And with me is Akoc A.Manhiem, the chairperson or the team leader of the Citizen Call. I also have younger Victor John, a member of the team, and it's my great pleasure to host them SSBC Face the Nation program to tell us what exactly are they doing. All of us are aware that many South Sudanese up to now are still in Sudan. And these young people have taken the initiative to call for the support to make sure that we bring back South Sudanese who are still in Sudan. Gentlemen, you're welcome to Face the Nation program.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I am happy to have you to discuss few issues on the activities that briefly before we go into discussion. Let me hear from Akoc to tell us who he is so that our viewers get to know who is Akoc, a man who came up with this initiative with his team members. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Brother Akoc, and thank you very much, Face the Nation program. My name is Akoc A.Manhiem. I'm the team leader for the Citizen Call for Emergency Evacuations. Actually, I'm nothing, but in my country, when there are issues that are affecting my fellow citizen, I am passionate to come out and try find my way to help. Just like other citizens who are willing and who have humanity at heart, we came as a team on the 21st of April 2023 when the war broke out in Sudan. We realized we have 1 million of South Sudanese who are in Sudan in different categories. There were those who were there as refugees. There were those who went there for medical attention, students. So we were really mindful about their safety, and we came together and formed the organization, and we evacuated over 10,000 South Sudanese. So this is what we did, and we did it as a citizen of South Sudan.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Tell us who is Younger.
Yes, my name is Younger Victor John. I'm a member of the high-level committee for the Citizens Call. I am one of the volunteers, actually, when the war broke out in 2023 in Sudan. Akoc reached out to many of us. As much as we had some engagements, but the call was very important. That's why we drove the name Citizens Call. Like, it's a call of the nation, it's a call of the citizens to come and help their fellow citizens. So I responded positively. From since that time up to now, we have been together, and we're a big team. Yeah.
You become victim at the end of the day.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining Face the Nation program today in SSBC. And we would like to know the background of the Citizen Call since you guys initiated in 2023, and whether you have managed to bring South Sudanese to who are in Khartoum, to Juba, or to South Sudan, or whether you got a lot of challenges that you did not manage to do anything. Briefly talk about the Citizen Call initiative itself.
Yeah, the Citizens Call, the background is very clear. We had one main objective: to save lives. As I narrated earlier on about the war, when we of course, in conflict situations, there are emergencies that you'll expect. Of course, the lives of citizens, those who are innocent. So we came together, and in a very short time, we registered it, because we had to operate within the legal frameworks of the country. And it also emerged that we are the only group that had managed to cross into Sudan and evacuate citizens from there. This is partly because the UN agencies have mandates within given a territory. We reach out to the UN, IOM, but the one in South Sudan is different from the one in Sudan. So they had limits; they cannot cross over. So we acted like a bridge.
Okay.
Yeah, we could bring the citizens from Sudan, bring them up to Jordan, rank those border towns. Then we hand them over to the UN agencies in South Sudan side. Yeah. So there was an important call of saving lives, and we did it through mobilization. We mobilized resources in kind and cash from the citizens, the business community. The Sudanese business community in Juba also gave us support. the retail business community, the South Sudanese business community, and then also the citizens donated.
Okay.
Yeah, we also had some government institutions that supported us, the likes of NILPET, and I will not mention all, but most of them supported us.
Okay.
With,
okay. Akoc, briefly, why did you come up with this initiative? You and your team as a team leader, and where are you getting support?
Thank you very much. We saw the situation coming, and when we see the war in Sudan, we felt that those who were in Sudan and they don't have any support, even those who are in refugees camp, the UN agencies withdrew and they remain in the refugees camp, and they are South Sudanese. So there is no hope there for them to stay, because when the war come with a lot of issues. Water was cut off, no food, no health facilities, no even security. So we brought the group together, and it was a group of dedicated young South Sudanese, 100 of volunteers. And the reason was to evacuate our people. We were waiting to see if our government was going to start evacuation. When we did not see that coming, we came out, because the good citizen form a good government. We said, okay, let's come forward and let's save life of those who are willing or voluntarily leaving Sudan. We help them. We have almost 49 trucks,
okay,
of which truck carry almost 450. And some individual evacuation. We send money to families and they exit together. So our main purpose was to see the safety of our people. And also we have seen it with other countries who have intervened to evacuate their people.
Okay.
Like the United States.
Was it done by the citizen call also, or by the government?
It was done, our initiative was done by the citizen call.
And the other countries were done
Other countries where there was a government intervention, in other countries, like UK, US, Kenya, all of them get in to really exit their citizens because of their concern. So we managed to evacuate over 10,000, and evacuation process, we made a partnership with the government, RRC, and the UN. And
which government? The government of South Sudan or the
our government.
Okay.
We had RRC, Relief and Rehabilitation Commission. They are based in Jordan and Rang, with the IOM and UNHCR. So when we bring the people up to Jordan, they pick them. So our team, we dispatch our team from here with the medical equipment and some food items. We took them up to Jordan, some up to Rang. So we spent like a week there trying to figure out how best we can involve international agencies in crossing the border to evacuate our people. We found the mandate that they have could not allow them to enter to Sudan, because Sudan have its own mandate and jurisdiction. So that required a diplomatic engagement to see how best both of them can work in relation to bring our people. So what we foresee, what we predict, in a sense that we want our people out of Sudan, become a reality. When our people were slaughtered in Wed Medani, 2 days ago, people were banned in Adbra and Shendi. So we are seeing horrible videos every day of South Sudanese being killed.
But Akoc, don't you think this would have been the role of a government, bring South Sudanese in Sudan, because of so many responsibilities involved, which I think we'll discuss later on how is your cooperation with the citizen calls and the Sudan governments and those who are in the conflict?
It is the role of a government to protect the citizens.
Yes.
Wherever they are. A life of one person can kill more 10 people to save one life. That is the patriotic way of living as a citizen of the country. And this is how government can approach it. But we have approached the government department, which is Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. Even when we launched our first fundraising in John Garang Museum on the 13th of May, we invited the ministry. Yes, the RRC chairperson, which is Lomolo Wire, back then, attend, and he contributed.
So what did the humanitarian, the Relief and the Commission say?
Well, they they are very concerned also, and they were overwhelmed by the influx of the Sudanese and other nationalities that were crossing our border to South Sudan. So I think their focus was receiving the people who are coming into the country. Our focus was going deep to Sudan. We were having about 8 stations in Sudan back in the day. We were having Kalakala and the Los Kalakala, Lafa, Yusuf, Jabrona, Karari, Sora, those areas, Gazar, the people were called, including Darfur. So what we did, we sent our support. The little we get, we just send it there to evacuate the people. But the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, their focus, I think, were overwhelmed by the influx of the Sudanese and the South Sudanese that we were actually bringing. So if we see there, yes, there are some government agencies that were supporting, but it was not well coordinated. So that we focus on making sure we engage the warring parties to allow our people to exit Sudan safely, and also inject a significant amount of money purposely for evacuation.
Now, the question is, how were you able to convince the both Sudanese in conflict, the RSF and the government? So, were you able to convince them, like, taking South Sudanese from locations to location to where the center is, so that you are able to bring them back to the country? How are you doing that? That's because that's my fear. Because like me, I cannot be able to convince the government of Sudan to say, I have South Sudanese locations, I want them to gather in one location so that I'm able to bring them here. Which I think the government should have been the one to play a great role.
Thank you for the question. We deploy the network. And the network that we deploy, we use those who were there with also their network within Sudan.
Okay.
If it is the RSF control area where we are picking people, we talk and engage their commander to make sure that these people are leaving the service. And those who are fighting also don't want civilian around them. Because the South Sudanese civilian were the one who remained with them actually. The rest of the people took their people. So they don't want that, because when they confront themselves, they just want it later on as to use them as a human shield. But when the beginning of the war, they were very passionate about the life of the people, and they want people to exit. So we took that opportunity, and we were able to bring the people out. But if I can tell you now, it's not easy. We normally now send money to individual families to find their own way. Because if we take the truck there, there is no trust anymore. Even us, we cannot convince them. So it has to be a higher level that may involve international communities, international Red Cross, to actually intervene with our government and the warring parties to make sure people are safely removed.
Yanga.
Yes.
How many people have you so far brought to South Sudan?
Yeah.
The citizen call.
Yes. From the statistics that we have, there are around 10,900 something.
Okay.
Yeah, because what we do have coordinators in these areas that team leader mentioned. Those coordinators register the names of those individuals, and we thank God, out of these 10,000, we had not had any major fatalities, maybe accidents or any ambush. But those are registered.
Okay.
Yeah, but still, as team leader mentioned, we are doing some bit of small evacuation to individual families, which the number is still going to increase. But now it's not going to be very massive as it used to be in the beginning of the war, because the environment was somehow conducive. Yeah, we used to.
Now, what are you doing now? Are you still bringing South Sudanese back, or you have caught with the situation that the country is going through?
Yeah, yeah, the situation of the country is directly impacting our efforts, but nevertheless, we have not given up.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still continuing to make some contributions. We are lobbying for some resources, but however, the economic situation is largely affecting this effort. But We have the GoFundMe. We have some South Sudanese in diaspora who are supporting, though little, but it is still helping. So at the moment, we're engaging. Well, yeah, we're engaging the different government institutions, the UN agencies, to see if there are possibilities. Because what we need is not actually only money, but we need the goodwill.
So do you still like have big number of South Sudanese still in Khartoum, based on your statistics?
Yeah, I think we really have a lot, a lot. Actually, in the last few months, we have been getting a lot of requests from those who are willing to live. By then, because in the beginning, some people thought the war was going to end in a short while, but unfortunately, it prolonged itself. Now they have reached a point where they think the war will continue, and they have, if there is an opportunity, they want to leave. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but the number is quite significant. It's very big number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's go for a short break. We'll be right back and discuss more. Okay. Welcome back from that short break. You are still watching SSBC Face the Nation program, coming to you live on SSBC in Juba with me, Akoc A.Manhiem. And of course, in case you have just joined us, I'm in the studio with the team from Call of Repatriation of South Sudanese in Sudan by young people, youth from South Sudan who have taken up initiative by themselves to make sure that South Sudanese who are in Sudan are brought back to the country. I am with Akoc A.Manhiem, the chairperson. I'm also Younger John, the member of the team. Welcome back, gentlemen, from that short break.
Yeah, thank you.
Coach,
Yes.
We were discussing the role of young person who have taken initiative to make sure that you are able to bring back South Sudanese. So, what is your relationship now when you see with the South Sudanese who are in Sudan, the government of Sudan, and the government of South Sudan? I see there is a need for a government to come in to support you so that you are able to bring back South Sudan who are still in Khartoum. Because why is the government not backing you up so that you are able to bring the South Sudanese? Given the fact that every day we see horrible videos on social media of the South Sudanese being killed, how are you engaging the government?
Thank you for the question. We are really engaging the government. Recently, we met the security advisor, presidential security advisor, and he promised that he will get back to us, and he will also talk to the president so that the decisions are made to save the life of the South Sudanese who are still trapped in Sudan. So we are still on the effort to call on government to pay attention to the suffering of the South Sudanese, especially those who are in Sudan. So we are hopeful, maybe as time goes, there have been a lot of major changes within the government. Attention may be withdrawn very soon, but we are strongly asking the government of the Republic of South Sudan to help in the diplomacy. Warring parties are requested to allow the safe passage of the people of South Sudan, and also inject some money to rent the vehicles. Even we can use the international Red Cross.
But with the current situation in Sudan now, do you think that even if you have mobility, can be able to pass within some of the areas?
With the current situation, the political will can make things easy.
From who?
From our government side.
Okay.
You know, I don't see the economic crisis of South Sudan as a big deal.
Okay.
There are people with money. It's just that they don't have a will to see the better life for others.
Okay.
Right? They think if they are in a better position, then it is them that's supposed to exist, right? So there is no will. If there is a will, then there is a possibility of saving the life of our people.
Okay.
And this is what I've been saying. When our people put in the positive initiative that change life, other people get up to counter it.
Okay.
So I question myself that where are we going? Because we don't need to confuse the future of South Sudan. We want to believe that South Sudanese are air values have known that drive them from ancient days up to today, right? If we develop our attitude positively, we can develop our technology to encourage our own cultures of supporting someone who is in danger. So now we are not doing it, you know. So there is too much negative energy that exert big force with money.
Are you telling me there are people opposing the initiative?
Well, the initiative is there,
Okay.
but there are people opposing the fact that other people should not have should have a
not be the one
vital
to carry the
part.
issue.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Those elements are making it even difficult for the government to move forward. You know, so otherwise, since we have independence up to today, our country would be really in a advanced state because we have resources that can support us.
Okay.
So there is a need for political will. There is a need for a goodwill and a good gesture that when our people are in danger, it is our responsibility to help them.
Okay. Younger.
Yes.
Yes. Tell us your experience that you mentioned. There are still people who are blocking the initiative, not want to support, they are not doing engagement and so forth. Why are they doing that, and why are you also continuing with it when they don't want to support you?
Yeah. Usually, in everything, of course, people not all agree whether it is a good thing or a bad thing. But to us, we feel we are doing the right thing. Yeah, because we had testimonies of those who benefited from this evacuation. Others have been coming here. Sometimes others do call to appreciate. Okay, especially in the onset of the fighting, some government employees, government officials actually, their families or relatives directly benefited from this initiative. Remember that time when the war broke out, there was not even a flight. So even if you have a bunch of money,
There was no.
you have the capacity to airlift your family, you cannot do it. Okay? Some of them had to put their sons and daughters or relatives together with these vulnerable South Sudanese. Okay? Until when they reach up to the border point, so now they are airlifted. So it's positive in the sense that if you have been in such a situation and you get that help, you'll appreciate. But on the other side, of course, someone will also disagree that why these people, why are they doing it? Okay, they are not supposed to be the one to do it.
Don't you think they are looking at the accountability side of the story? Because that some people may be saying that these guys are collecting money, and at the end of the day, they don't do it.
Yeah, you see, I think we are one of the most honest group. Is it? We are volunteers. Okay, we are having different works that we do. Sometimes we use our resources also not to facilitate this. And when you talk about accountability, you fear when money disappears. Okay, but in a system, most of the people actually don't know where we got the money, how much we got.
Okay.
Okay, because they have never seen that maybe the government has allocated $1 million.
I think that's the question I'm coming to ask.
Yes.
Whether
So
you have been supported by government.
we have been getting small money. Okay, small
Is
money.
it from government or individuals?
Individuals.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly I already mentioned the
So-
business community, the Sudanese business community, the Eritreans, the South Sudanese themselves. Okay, contributed when we even moved in the markets. Custom, konyo, yes. We had a van, anything. People understood the situation. They supported. They lifted their head, and all that money is accounted for with the number of trucks that we hired. Okay. Yeah, because we are dedicating only to one source. Okay, not even for office operations. We didn't have that. Okay, we'll come, we'll eat in our houses. We go there, we meet, we sit. Okay, we plan, we organize, we get whatever plan we have, we execute it. Okay, we go back to our houses. We go and eat there, relax. So there is no fear of accountability. It's only that sometimes people misconceive such initiative. They misconceive it to be maybe lobbying, or countering. This is supposed to be my work. Why are you doing it? Okay. But as I mentioned, we're a registered NGO. Okay, national NGO, and it's not that we are doing work of the other. Okay. We are just hoping, complementing the effort of the government.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you. Yes, Chairman.
Yeah, to get into that, yeah, accountability is a concern. Even us who are working as a team at the Citizen Call, we always ensure the accountability. And we have the bookkeepers, we have document, and we open that document to anyone who wants to come and view how we have been operating. We can really thank some of the entities in South Sudan.
Okay.
You know, we have Shagai Foundations. They have done tremendous job when it comes to this response. They have responded very well with us. We have the First Family Organization, Concern South Sudan. They have done tremendous job. You know, these are the individual entities, company and organization that we appreciate because they have done this jointly with us. So we have Eritrean communities. They gave us 100 million SSB back in the day. And the Sudanese communities donate food items. You know? So you can see also the MAF, Mission Fellowship Aviation. Is it? Mission Aviation Fellowship. They have evacuated sick people, vulnerable people, children from Ram to Juba. The same thing to support. Yeah, support. They offered flights. The same thing to Samaritan Fest, been airlifting also. So we have seen some organizations who have really acknowledged that if they get in, they can make a difference.
Now, are you still in contact with South Sudanese in Sudan?
We are still in contact. So even this morning, they send us the voice messages of the possible route that they can use.
Okay. Now, what is their situations, and what do you want South Sudan to do as a team who have taken up the initiative to mobilize?
Now, they are calling for support. They are calling for evacuations. They are there in 1,000, in a million. They need help. Especially if we talk about Sora, Karari, Yusuf, all these areas, South Sudanese are still there. We have the map in our website.
Okay.
We can identify where we can help people. So the only issue now is the route that the people can pass.
Yes.
Even business people have decided to collaborate now with us within Sudan. But their concern is when they reach some certain area, the people may be asked to come down and they can confiscate the vehicle. You know, so and that is one of the reasons why we were using Jordan, because when we use the long way toward Darfur, those of Meram and Babanus, it was very difficult, you know. And Jordan, all the Sudanese don't allow their vehicle to cross over to the side of the South Sudan. So they always force people to get down and walk on foot. So Jordan, South, Jordan North are very close. They're just in one place. So they just get down and walk across to the border while they're being received by UNHCR, IOM, and RRC. So in terms of accountability, we trust our team. We all are having our own work somewhere. We just get ourselves as individual citizens with the goodwill, with the humanitarian heart, to find a way to support our people.
Now that the situation is intensifying every day in Sudan, South Sudanese are killed almost every day, whether being involved in the conflict or the anger or whatsoever it is. Is there any engagement you are doing as a team to engage the government, especially the humanitarian affairs, to also engage the Sudanese government to make sure that South Sudanese are allowed to come?
We engaged the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs several times.
Okay.
As I said before, they felt they are overwhelmed by the influx of the people and the internal displaced and the people that were displaced, also the refugees. That may be their focus. Sometimes they tell us that we are getting back to you. We met the minister and he told us in a week time, I'll get back to you.
Okay. Up to now,
he never get back to us. So there is no will there.
Okay.
You know, and even though there is a will, there may be a distraction. Somewhere. Because the government that we have is the government of the parties. You try to blame X or Y or whatever, they will say something different. We are on a transit, you know. So I think the suffering of our people is still very big now. And we need to find a way that we engage the warring parties and engage also, even we call for international community, Red Cross, for God's sake. Our people will leave Sudan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yanga, because
Yes.
of time, I think I want you to tell us your last message and maybe outline some few challenges and what you want individuals and the government to do.
Yeah, thank you so much, our presenter and SSBC. My message is an appeal to the government of South Sudan to prioritize the plight of our people in Sudan. At least those who are volunteering, to cross over to South Sudan, they should be given an opportunity. We also want to appeal to the humanitarian agencies, especially the UNHCR. Most of those are refugees, so they are supposed to be protected under international law, and it is their responsibility as the High Commission for Refugees to ensure their safety. And then to the people of South Sudan, I want to appeal that we should be hopeful, we should be united, we should embrace peace and love for one another, so that in trying times like this, we can come as a team, okay, to help one another. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Coach.
Yeah, the same appeal. I appeal to the people of South Sudan, people of goodwill, humanitarian agencies, the government of the Republic of South Sudan, to prioritize the plight of the people. Our people have suffered enough. We can, if we work together with the citizen, with the government, humanitarian agencies that we have in this country, we can possibly take back those displaced people in South Sudan to their home, to be more self-reliant, and we can also bring back our refugees, those South Sudanese who are still in other countries because of the fear. We can bring them back home. We can bring back the people who are in Sudan. There is nothing impossible. It's about unifying ideas, putting our strength together, and make a difference in our life. No one will fall from the sky to fix the problem of South Sudan. It is us South Sudanese. We should embrace peace, love one another, and work together. Thank you.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for coming to SSBC, and we will be ready to have time to discuss more again. This is very good call, and I think all of us also has to play a role, and SSBC will be in the front line to support this initiative, and I think we'll have my time again to discuss more on this matter. Thank you so much. We've come to the end of the program. Of course, this is Face the Nation program coming to you live on SSBC with me, Akoc A.Manhiem, the host, and we have come to the end. And of course, the call is very clear, and we have to support South Sudanese, because at the end of the day, we have to support each other. No one is too strong to stand alone, and these people who are in Sudan, they need our support as South Sudanese, and we must come up to support them. And as the team mentioned, very clear that they are accountable, transparent, and everything they are doing, it's just to bring South Sudanese regardless of what means you are going to use. So kindly use your network, your means, your connections to support the team so that they are able to do. Thank you so much, and thanks to the team in the studio.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.